All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis and the latest latest update on his contract stuff with Floyd Mayweather Jr. In short, may wind up being a whole lot about nothing. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis and what latest interview that he gave regarding the situation with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mayweather Promotions and a possible solution to the problem that they have. Before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the boxing community. Thank you so much for supporting. If you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you so much for your support. If you're not and you're new to the channel, new to the community, please support by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon. And that way you'll be notified of when we release more videos, when we have more boxing conversations, which we do pretty much every day. And also we do our live streams in the morning. So plenty of opportunity to talk really good boxing with people that are knowledgeable about the sports and people that are true fans of the sport. All right, so let's get into this. Gervonta Tank Davis has been saying that he is done with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not happy with Floyd Mayweather Jr. for a bunch of reasons. Some of them have been aired out on Twitter, like the fact that he is having a fight the same week, the same month as Gervonta Tank Davis is. That is a fight that he is having with a former sparring partner, is I do believe on the 14th. And then on the 28th is the date for the Rolly Romero, the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero fight, right? Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not present for the press conference, right? And so, a bunch of stuff where Gervonta's all but saying, look, I'm done. I'm out of their hair after this fight, right? However, now with Leonard Ellerbe nearby him, he says something that makes me believe that it's likely that he will re-sign with Mayweather Promotions. And that is, he said, look, it's a show me the money, right? At the end of the day, show me the money. And he says, look, I've got the best team in boxing. I'm not walking around with my head up my behind. If I can keep my team together, I'm going to keep my team together. I got the best team in boxing, and that's just what it is. Now, he's also said things about, referred specifically about his coach, Calvin Ford, and feeling as long as he's with Calvin Ford, he feels like he can beat anybody. But everybody involved on his team are guys like, include Leonard Ellerbe, who's with Mayweather Promotions, also includes Al Heyman, of the PBC, and the two guys that work with Gervonta Davis on a regular basis and have made Gervonta Davis a very, very successful guy and somebody that I believe he probably listens to and takes advice from. So with Calvin Ford having had said, look, whatever's going to happen, these guys are going to work. They worked together in the past. They're going to work together in the future. Gervonta really just, is getting to a period in his life where he wants to take more control of what he's doing, right? More control of his future now that he's a 27, 28-year-old man, right? However, he said this is his trainer, longtime trainer from the time, I do believe it's his only trainer that I know of him having, in his career, is saying, no, they're going to work together after this. Some dynamic of it may change. However, those guys they're just like each other. And you know what that is. They both got big egos and they both want to be the man. Gervonta Davis is, been a millionaire for years now, right? So he's not going to be tremendously impressed with jewelry. He's not going to be tremendously impressed with cars and all of that. After, you being around that for a while, the mystique of that stuff and the mystery of all that stuff kind of just wears away, right? Unless you go without it for a while. And I'm sure you may wind up being like, wow, this stuff was really nice. However, at the time that you're around it and you're dealing with it a lot, people, you probably wind up taking that stuff for granted and not being as motivated by it. So that's probably where Gervonta Davis is. However, when he's saying, look, man, it's about the money, show me the money, let's get the money, that makes me seem like Adrian Bronner was a lot more on point with what he was saying about Floyd and, his guys not getting paid what they want, what they should be getting paid with, just the $1 million bonus and then getting, pay-per-views, monies on the back end and all that. Gervonta Davis may be saying, look, no, man, I want bigger bonuses. I don't want to see when other guys are going in there into the ring and they're fighting for, what is Terrence Crawford was getting $3-4 million guarantees to fight, to fight his fights. But Gervonta Davis, who's selling out arenas, is only getting $1 million guarantees. He may be saying, look, give me the big guarantee and make sure you give me the big back end. I want them both. And at the end of the day, if Mayweather Promotions are the ones that are going to be able to offer that to him, it sounds like he's going to be willing to accept it and go with what he said about, hey, look, I've got the best team. Why, at the end of the day, why would I want to leave the best team, a team that has done that well for me? And when he said, look, man, I'm not somebody that's just walking around with my head up my behind, it's telling you, man, that he's not going to put his own ego ahead of important things, right? So, I mean, to me, it seems like there's hope for that relationship in far as, him being with Mayweather Promotions, which I think has definitely been a good thing for his career. I've done videos about the subject. However, it's not me doing the videos and representing and doing my best, to give the point of view of different people as far as I understand it. It's not the same thing as me saying that, yeah, I would be happy if Gervonta Davis left Mayweather Promotions. Honestly, it doesn't really make a difference to me as long as I get the good fights that I want to see. But looking at it from his perspective, also, if he is getting if he's getting his maximum value from Mayweather Promotions, and then he's not going to have a problem either. But how are they going to be able to do that? Only way they're going to do that is to be able to make even bigger fights to justify the money that they have to pay him, right? And that's going to be meaning they're going to have to go above and beyond to try to get him the fights with the bigger name fighters in his division, whether that's George Kambosos, Devin Haney winner, whether that's Vasily Lomachenko, whether that's Shakur Stevenson when he comes up, whether it is, just as Gary Russell Jr. coming out and fighting in a fight in Baltimore, whatever it is, man, that he's going to do that's going to drive bigger crowds and justify those guys paying bigger upfront bigger upfront guarantees. It's going to be on them to do it and on them to figure out how they're going to go about doing it. Because at the end of the day, I think Gervonta is going to get that from somebody. He's not in the same situation to say, he's actually in the opposite situation from somebody like Terrence Crawford, who was getting big guarantees but didn't have either the pay-per-view numbers or the live gates, the money in the live gates to sustain that without a network paying a lot of money into it, right? He's someone that is not getting the big guarantees but earning the big money based off of the ticket sales and based off the fact that he does respectable pay-per-view numbers that will allow him to bring that, allow them to bring that revenue in. But at the end of the day, we're going to see how it pans out. But, it's a conversation that keeps going. You let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you again for being a member of the community and talking boxing with me. I really do appreciate it, especially when you guys are respectful in the comment section. I do, for the most part, read comments. Don't always reply. Don't always reply. I won't reply when the comment's not directly towards me. And if you're overly rude, I may just drop your comment and get rid of you, just to be honest with you. But I do read them. So if you're interested, let's talk that boxing. Join the community. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification so you can get all the notifications. And with that, I'm out. Peace.